Do you guys know of this game? I mean, probably. Have you watched this game be played? Whoa, that's so cool. Yes, but I forgot. Okay, guys, let's go. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It's a bit loud.
Stanley worked for a
Hold on, it's a bit loud. It's a bit loud for me.
company in a big
It's still a bit loud for me.
building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427.
Oh, that's Stanley?
Job was simple. He sat at his desk in room
Is it too quiet?
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Show me his face.
Though
Is
he
he
had been made
sexy?
exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm running out of water.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
What
He had
happened?
been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
They all died.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, it's me. I'm Stanley. Okay. Whoa, I'm so fast. I'm like Sonic. Okay, I'm out. Hello. Damn, I'm so fast. It's locked.
All
Well, I
of his
guess-
co-workers were gone.
What?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's steal all their
No
shit.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
Yeah.
didn't make a single difference.
Okay.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay. What the fuck? How did he know? Okay, I'm going. Oh my. It's like heaven. We're in heaven right now. Stanley's dead. This is like giving Backrooms vibes. Okay. I probably should just keep moving. But like, what if there's like a secret? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god, I hate this place. It's like everything's the same. Damn, they didn't even clean that up. POV Netflix shows up the new executive orders. This is so... okay. It's
When
Backrooms!
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't? What if I go to the right door?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Okay,
just
yeah.
to admire it.
Oh, I don't like this place. Scary ending. Shut up. Oh my god, like they just left the door open. Like what? Maybe Stanley has mental health problems or something.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
No,
It
it's
had really
not.
been worth the detour after all,
I'm thirsty.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business,
Yeah.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, no, that's my right. What if I just kept going? Well, I'll go in there after I look around a little bit. Oh. Oh, I closed it. What if I just kept going?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm a naughty Stanley. I'm a naughty Stanley. Oh, wow. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm just
realize
curious.
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Why am I
but the
going
fact
up?
is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Oh.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Ooh.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking
Her?
for her.
Ooh, there's lore.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
What if I
She's been
don't?
waiting.
Who's her? Who's her? My mommy? What if I just jump off? I don't know. I'm feeling rebellious.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
I'm sorry.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Is that an
Everyone thinks
ending?
you are very powerful.
Oh. Oh. Oh, is that an ending? Oh. Oh
All of
my.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm on the move.
Stanley decided
bitch.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to
Okay.
a set of two open
So
doors,
I just go
he
left?
entered
Left
the
or
door on
right?
his
Tell me,
left.
guys. Should I go left again or should I go right? Anybody? I'll just spin and circle and then pick. Left. Okay, I'll go left. I don't like it. It's creepy. Hello?
Yet
Tips?
there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting
Feeling
fired.
a wave of
Talk
disbelief,
less.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he
How do
might
you do
find
that?
an answer there.
Coworker, let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide is a sleek blue graphic in the header and there's a into a calm environment. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the guy said.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
There was nothing here.
Okay.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Oh my god. I don't like it. Okay, I'm on the move. Up or
Coming to
down?
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I'm rebelling. Maybe I should go upstairs. Wait, why would I go downstairs? That's like hell. Hell is downstairs. Like scary basement vibes. What does that say? I can't read it. It's too small.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He
Bitch, let
might
me
be
in.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I think
All
so.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like what?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did
You're
doors
right.
close automatically
You're
behind
right.
him wherever he went? And for that matter,
What's that
these
noise?
rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
What?
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Okay.
To go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
What?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered
Should I
by
just stand
Stanley,
here?
who found it particularly strange.
I've just been moving.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Girl, what? What do I do?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one.
Oh my God.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Have you guys ever
Please.
lucid dreamed?
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
Aw.
I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Well.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Oh my
someone,
God.
wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Oh my
Please,
God.
just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
It's so loud.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella?
Woke up on a day like
My
any
name's
other.
Daniel.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
But
And
Stanley.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Is that the end?
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my
I
mind.
died again?
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she
I don't
remembered the meeting
understand
she had
why.
scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay, bitch. Are you serious? This is how this game is? Are you fucking kidding me?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Well, I shouldn't have gone
Stanley
left.
decided
I don't
to
know
go
what
to
else
the
I could
meeting
have
room.
done.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How many endings are there? 12 or something? Girl, sure, I'll go to the meeting room. Like, I don't know.
When Stanley came to
I'm
a set of
going
two
right.
open doors,
Girl,
this
I'm
was
going
not
right.
the correct way to the
Yeah,
meeting
it
room.
is, 'cause
and
I just
Stanley knew it
died.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, I will. Thank
Wow.
you.
Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What
Maybe
a
I really
gorgeous,
should make sure I
but
click
eager to
everything.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I? I didn't do this before. Sure. Wait. Sure, I will.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Should I just... I don't know. Hi, Damien. Just let me down. How many endings? 12? Let's get them all.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
What was all that about? Are you sure?
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Don't fuck with me like that. Excuse you?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Are you serious?
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Why is this car on, girl? Oh, this is spooky. Fired? Oh, this is all the people in there.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Whoa.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
What?
This time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
No!
Okay, from the top.
Are you fucking kidding me? This stupid fucking narrator, like, oh my god. Girl, just let me do my job. Like, I don't know.
All of his co-workers were
Oh
gone.
my
What could it
god.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
What if I
room.
just never
Perhaps he had
grow?
simply missed a memo.
I'm not. I'm just gonna sit in the fucking corner. Yeah, 0 overtime pay. Like, I'm not even getting paid for this. I can't read anything. Overnight committee. What if I just don't go anywhere? La la la. So guys, how was your day? Mine was really good. I watched Baby Girl. You guys should watch it. Oh, I guess nothing's gonna happen. La la la. Okay, well, I guess nothing's gonna happen. Let's just go. The fuck? The doors aren't closing. The doors?
When Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Nor.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
Nor.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Something, something, something. Here we go. This is the back rooms, dude. This is not fun. Which way to go? This way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
No.
Why not?
Okay. This game is very unusual.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't remember, like, didn't that door close on me? I swear they did. Oh, you see that? Why does it go black like that? What the fuck? This is a very accurate depiction of a 9 to 5. Honestly, yeah. What the? I thought I moved funny. What was that? Am I seeing things? Wait, it's not black anymore. Oh, it's black. See, the light turns on. I don't know if I'm just seeing things. Oh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, these two lights are off. All these lights are off. Go back the other direction. Hello? It's not making noise anymore. Oh, that is. Let me in, let me in. Let me in.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
What,
the story. Girl? Here it comes.
I don't like this.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Fucking hell. What's this? What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
It's not one I want to be
I can't quite
in.
recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot
I
of
beat the
hard work,
game.
and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Me neither.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that
Okay,
win.
well.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Me
I don't
too.
care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh.
All right, I've got a solution.
It's your
This time, to
life.
make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Watching stream.
Just
Why
follow
are
the
you-
line. How simple is that?
Oh, it's an emote that I can't see. Oh my god. I still need to fix that. But I see it on my stream screen. I'll be saying watching stream. Okay. This way? This has always been closed. What if we go the other way though?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh. He's sick of me. La la la. Okay. Anywhere else? What if I just go back this way? What if it changes or something? No. Did not change. Okay. We're going. Oh. It's solitaire! Oh my god, let me in, let me in. I love that. Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Yeah.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
What?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure
Is this
where I
where I
was going
was?
with all that.
Oh.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
Yeah.
lighten the mood.
Please. Oh my god, that's horrible and loud. That's loud. Da-da-da. I don't like it. It's really loud for me. I don't like it.
cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Well, it's green and big and ferny. Okay. Okay. Oh, to be ferny.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line,
Yeah.
you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
This way? I want to just make sure you can't open any of the doors. Okay. We're back. We're back.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
Tired.
Restart.
Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why
Okay.
can't we make up our own story?
Right.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Where? Oh. Okay. You say so.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Oh, it's just
What do you
empty.
want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Wait, we're going in circles. Whoa, that's funky. Whoa. Okay, I want it to be cute and fun.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Oh, I'm acknowledging it, alright. I love you, Line. I love you. Well, I can't really... Okay. Oh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Oh, God.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each
La,
door
la, la,
has to
la,
lead
la.
somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door
Okay.
on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny
left.
awaits.
No, let me go left. I don't trust this narrator. What? The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Stanley died.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? Yeah. I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Okay. Yippee!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
So does the game just never end? Am I just gonna play this game forever now? It's the line. I need to get back to you. Oh, it's the two rooms.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, that's what they said last time, yeah. But let's go right, because maybe I can find the line.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. The line, the line.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Is it gonna just do the same thing as before?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible.
But I won't die this time. I won't die this time.
Look, Stanley, I
won't
think
jump off.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
I could jump
but
off
you
there.
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Oh yeah, about the woman.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Why is it a black robe?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What if I don't? Damn, Stanley's a smoker. I don't want to talk to her. Okay, I'll talk to her. Oh. This is
Stanley,
nice.
is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. Oh.
I can't move.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
The fuck?
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't like mannequins. Hi, honey.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press G on your keyboard. Why?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Shut
Now
up.
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What if I don't press a button? I'm not gonna press any more buttons. What then, What if I press a different button? I think it's not gonna do anything. Okay, fine.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh my god, this is depressing. Let's watch TV, yeah.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
But I don't want to go to work. I don't want to start all over again. It's gonna make me start all over. Hashtag need that to happen to my coworkers. GG. Also, Aki, I don't know if you're here. I don't think you are, but I got the Legos. I want to put Legos on stream, but I'm scared of just chatting. Okay, I guess nothing's gonna happen. What if I just wait here forever and ever? Never. Okay, fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please
And I
die!
tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What is this game? Okay.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Oh, there is? I didn't know that. Is that new? Look! The end is never the end. The end has no... The end has no end. Okay. Now we got this funky music playing. Awaiting input. Input received. That cup says who farted. What? Is it gonna do something? Hello? What's that? It's not talking to me. Well, the line's not there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? I kind of want to go right and then...
This was not the correct way to the meeting
And then
room,
jump
and
off
Stanley knew
of
it
the
perfectly
thing.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the
Yeah,
first but
I'm gonna
eager to get
parkour.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, Stanley didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
I'm gonna
here.
parkour off.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Parkour!
But the fact is, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what
I
to do,
forgot you can't jump.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I forgot you can't jump.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Yeah, the gap. I don't think I can go that way. Oh, this one now says input received. It's a 2! What's going on? Guys, what's going on? That's really weird. That's really weird, guys. Okay, let's go
When
left.
Stanley
Yeah,
came
yeah,
to a
yeah.
set
Let's
of
go
two
left.
open doors, he entered the door on his
Let's
left.
go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, I haven't been to the boss's office yet. Anything new?
No, oh no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
What is wrong with the broom closet, girl? Okay. Okay, we're gonna go up this time.
Coming to
We're
a
gonna go up.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Oh, wow. The bathroom. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. I'm a vampire. Oh. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Why are they gonna shoot a panda? Hello? Business strategy? Murder? Animal abuse? No, hold on. Let's keep going this way. The fuck? Damn. This place... Ooh, there's a camera.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded
What?
the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
What?
And so the boss had assigned it
Oh.
an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Oh.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm a hacker, bitch. Whoa. It's that corner. Oh! I can go that way. I don't like it. Which way do I go this way or this way? I'll go this way. Oh. I'm stupid. It looked like I was going in something. Okay, let's go. Large ass office.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the
feeling
nature of his
peculiar.
job. Why did he feel this now, when for years
Stanley
it
is
had
hot
never
yet?
occurred to him?
No.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
I need to know. I need to look up Stanley, like... Never mind. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop talking now. Can I go back? Oh, well... Okay, no.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that?
I don't
when
know.
he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I'm just silly. I'm a little silly Okay. I go back. It was a mistake. I didn't even mean to do that. Okay. I swear I'm going somewhere. What am I supposed to...
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
I want to go
This has fleshed
back.
out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
Okay, can I go back down the
I'm
elevator?
bolted to the edge of my seat.
He's so sassy. Okay, there we go.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
What if I
Ladies
go
and
up
gentlemen,
again?
How does he keep coming up with all of this?
This attitude. This attitude. I should go back up. I'm gonna go back up.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky
Well, no.
corridor? No. It's time once again to
Yes.
go back up in the elevator.
Elevator's so fun.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh my god, he's so sassy. Boo. Oh my god, I got scared. I got scared. What?
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
I didn't even mean to do this. It was an accident that I went back up.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Hey. This game's funny. Okay. I'm gonna do it again.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I'm doing it again.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference.
How
to
many new
even
voice lines
anticipate
is
it.
there gonna be?
That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has
Oh,
grown
yes.
stale and repetitive.
Well, you might just cut the elevator wires. He's not saying anything. He died.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious.
Stop,
so
I'm
fleeting.
scared.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
No.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments
I don't
flung
like it.
right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for
The heck is
content
that?
that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know?
This guy
People
talks a
look up to
lot.
you.
Jeez.
Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well,
What?
I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them.
Everyone's
This is
gone.
the
What
kind
do you
of
mean?
gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
I'm gonna fall.
Okay, the room where we're holding the
me!
press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
It's me. Oh my god. Oh. World's healthiest human being. All jokes revealed. How we did at the pyramids. Live the guy who went to Mars. All eyes on Stanley. Live on stage. Uh-oh. An evening with world peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
The man, the progress, the myth, the legend, the parable, Stanley, from the Stanley Parable. A Q&A with the world's first sentient machine. Oh, there's people.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the
Monster
nature of
gum
surprise
table
in
bar.
storytelling, and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the
Break a leg,
heart.
champ, your boss.
I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Your co-workers. Oh. Up and down. Up again, down again. Up again, down again. The dude who came up with pizza. Okay. Up again, down again. Oh my god, it's Stanley! Oh! God. I didn't even get to say anything, come on. I was gonna do stand-up or something. He's not talking
All
to
of
me.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Does this game never end? Like, am I just gonna be here forever? Like, am I getting different ending? Like, it doesn't feel like, it feels like the game is just keep going. It's been restarting me. But like, then it doesn't actually restart
When
though.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Continues
he entered the
story.
door on his left.
Mom. My mom texted me. Oh. Okay, no, this time we're gonna... What the hell?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay, that's new.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
No!
hoping he might find an answer there.
Let me in! Let me in! What the? He hates the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What is the noise? It's of the outside.
Stepping into his manager's office,
I
Stanley
don't
was
remember
once
what it
again
was.
stunned to
2,
discover not an
8, 5,
indication
4.
of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to
2,
nobody.
8, 4,
He began
5.
wildly tearing through
Oops.
papers on the boss's desk, pulling books
on,
off the
I-
shelf, looking behind
2,
paintings,
8,
desperate for
4,
clues to
5.
his situation. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he
Sorry.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Yes, this is so calming. Bro, we got things to do.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
What? This is different. Oh. Am I crazy? There's literally sound. What if I just do it all again? Is he gonna say anything? What if I just go up again? Stop. What do you guys think? What will he say?
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley
Oh.
actually got back into the elevator and went back out.
I think it might do the
Silly me.
same thing. So
Why
let's just
did
go back
Stanley
down.
do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I think it's just the same things. So I'll go back down and then I'll...
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story
Now
in
we have
new
to listen
and
to him
fascinating
talk.
ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical
Yes,
plot points,
yes.
one after the other, weaving a rich
Well,
tapestry of
yes, well,
uncompromising
yes.
narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Okay, we're not gonna do it again. We are going to continue.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the
Yes.
spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, Still on board with death?
Yay, death. What's gonna happen?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, why not? Whee!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No. No.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What? That wasn't my narrator. Did I just... Is this my ending?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Why is it a British woman now? The narrator has a narrator.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death
Wait, it's the
becomes
credits.
meaningless,
It's the end.
making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? What? Huh. Is it really over? Is that it? But that's my ending? Really? I got a shit ending. It's like Stanley was always dead? What? Damn, this is a lot. Wait. Oh, I do. I want to play that game. I want to play that game. That's on my list. Am I still in the game? Where is it over?
Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be. Well, let's try the other one then. Stanley pushed the big red button.
I think the game is over. This is a cool end credit thing. Man, my ending sucked. Stanley died. I killed Stanley. Is it even worth it? Should we just watch a YouTube video of all the endings? If that was just one ending, it's gonna take forever to do the other endings. I think that was just one ending. Announcement. I've been a battlefield fighting aliens. But it's far too jokey, and then there's some people in there to make it fun of who are shooters, which is not our attention. Okay. Probably 4 hours long. Yeah, this is crazy. Or what if I play again and then I get the same ending? Oh. Wait, I waited 15 seconds. I waited. It was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this, we decided we also wanted the option. Wait, I could have jumped to a different path, but I was really bad at it. I fell to my death twice. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final one to make it look more like a place where cargo was actually. This is so cool. This is such a cool game. I guess this is spoilers for the other options. There's a vent. This is like spoilers though. But I don't think... Would I really play it again? I don't know. There's a lot of endings. Fourth version of the ending. I thought it was a bit. The game is not hot. Oh. Oh. Wow, this is really long. This game is old. Well, I want to know all the other endings, but oh, this is so cute. The elevator could go up or down. Freedom above and count down below. We abandoned this one to go from what's up and down together instead. I really killed Stanley, and that's my ending. That's tragic.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No.
Who was the woman?
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let...
Do I hit quit? I don't... This is all too much.
Time choose for you. Don't let... Time.
Is it over? Is it actually over this time, though? How do I know? How do I know? Is that my ending? Like, how do I know if it's actually
All of his
over or
co-workers were
not?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is it over? I think it's over. Look, I think it's over, right? I seen the credits. Oh. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New
me in.
content.
New content. It's never over, guys. It's never. It's never over.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in
that's
2022
rather
with the
recent.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I need to get new
Please,
emotes.
step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe
Wow.
content.
Me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the
A
beginning
really
of a mesmerizing
creepy
adventure.
elevator.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, I can jump. It's gonna let me jump.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Wow, I can jump. I can only jump in this circle. Whee! Oh my god, I'm having so much fun. Is this the only new content? That would be so funny. That's it. Damn. I used all my jumps. That's it?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Nope, that's it. That's the only new content. That would be so funny. Legs don't work no more. That's it.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Oh no, we're going
Stanley,
up.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game
Yeah.
are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
They
If this
should
is
just
new
done that.
content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
It's just the
Yes.
same.
I knew there had to be something
there's-
else. Let's see
different.
it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
Oh, it's an
And don't get me
expansion?
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to go back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Well, I don't have a choice. Oh. What? What is that? This doesn't look like my work. Whoa. Does this game ever end, guys? It's the
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Wait, but what's over here, though? No, I'm gonna go in the vent. Among Us. X, the everything. It's not X to me. Coffee nut. The fuck? This doesn't look smart, but I shall go. Oh. Among Us.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out
Yeah,
to be? Well, it got me
boring.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
The hell?
Take a look.
Oh my god, we're gonna go to Narnia. Oh my
I
god.
call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
No, I didn't.
Back then,
I don't remember
it
that.
all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Good times. Wow. 2013. Dude, I was 13. What a time. I was playing Minecraft. That's what I was playing. I didn't know what Steam was, to be honest. Smile because it happened. A trip down memory lane. Oh, wow. Huh. Don't play for 5 years. Wow. No, I want to go over there. Really?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Oh my god!
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim.
What?
It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk
no.
now. A lifeless husk. with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh. It's Stanley. The fuck? It's someone's watching a video of Stanley. That's a bit creepy. I've never watched this game be played before. I heard about it, but I never watched it been played. I don't know why though. We'll play games because of what they can do inside them. Your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Whispered.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. Why
is it getting
What's down
red?
here?
Oh
no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh. Oh my god.
Honestly, I could not be bothered.
Imagine if you're this person.
The narrator is obnoxious.
Hope it's real.
And unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What do I rate this game? I don't know.
Okay, let's see
10
what
out
this
of
one
10.
says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games,
Oh my god, I cannot be
preachiness gets
honest.
annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
I like
can
you.
tell me if I'm
You're just
preachy.
a bit
Honestly, you
sassy.
can. Oh, goodness. This
But
is
I
actually
like
quite
you.
shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
You know what? I
skip
low-key
button.
agree with Cookie a little bit.
Oh, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes.
Click,
but
click,
it was
click.
plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
I noticed.
I've looked at it from every angle. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
He's
oh,
old.
Goodness.
It's been
I have
years.
someone to talk to again. Stanley,
The plant
I think
died.
it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. He's dead.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Do
Have
I
you ever
skip
sat
it?
down in one place and not
Skip.
moved for...
He died. Did he die? Mr. Narrator Man? What the? Oh, it's the fire thing. Stop!
But they didn't understand the
What?
game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the
He's
human
back.
condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But
Okay.
the end is never the end, 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 is never
I'm
the
gonna have
end,
nightmares.
is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I don't know why I keep thinking there's gonna be a door back here. That's why I keep looking. This is scary. Who said this game isn't a horror game? You lie. Oh wow. Let me out. Climb, Stanley, climb. I can literally get on this or something. What the hell? Are we just gonna end up dying? Like, we can't do anything. Ah! I don't like it. Well, this is the end. What the hell? What the? Australia? Dune? We're in the world of Dune. Where's Timothy? Where's Timothy when you need him? What's that? What now? Oh, is that an end? That's an end. The phone! Which phone?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. He hasn't talked to me. He hasn't talked to me. The narrator hasn't talked to me. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Was that there before? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Oh, he's
yes,
back.
I have
missed
something very
you.
exciting to show you.
Oh. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. Oh my god, when is it over? Oh.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable
content.
and about how roundly disappointing this
Yes.
ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The end is never
Yes,
the
you
end
see, isn't this
again.
far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been
Hates the
asking for.
sequel. Okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back. 2 doors. Oh, this is the PowerPoint presentation. Oh, okay. There's 2 Stanleys this time.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh my god.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new
It's
features.
me! The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Oh. I want to hear my name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Whoa!
Isn't that wonderful?
Is he gonna say my name?
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now,
Well,
the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game,
what
this
if your
button
name
will
was
say
Jim?
your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Yeah.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim,
I
and
am
as
Jim.
watching your
Jim is
dreams
me.
crumble into dust.
Jim.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Oh my
If you don't properly
god.
roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Oh my god.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here.
I'm
done with this
sorry.
button.
It's
Why
too
don't you go
much
humiliate me in front of a
talking.
different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim. Well, I got excited. I wanted it to say Ariel, but
Maybe
whatever, I
I'll
guess.
only let people named Jim play the Stanley. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh my god, it's me. Collectibles. Free achievement, infinite hole. The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Smash or pass, Stanley.
Oh, wait.
You know what?
You already
Smash.
spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
You know what? Smash the narrator too.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Okay. Oh, because I use all my jumps. Shout out the homie Stanley. Wait, I think that's what we were hearing earlier. That noise. Can you find them? Can you find them? Oh, collect them all. Oh. We have, like, fire outside?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
What the fuck? Wait, that's Stanley. Looks like a real person. Okay. Yeah, I can't go back.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward
that's
for it.
that's Stanley.
Absolutely tragic.
Free achievement. Pull the lever. Receive new achievement. No more steps. It's just how work scares right
Now,
now.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's a Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
You're such a tease.
Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature.
This guy's pissing me off.
We hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I thought I was gonna get a free achievement. What the fuck? Wow, I'm so excited for the new game.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I actually don't know. Can we just exit merch? We didn't walk through this. Well, yeah, we haven't done the infinite hole. No screenshots. No screenshots. Guys, screenshot quick. Yeah, we didn't look merch. What's this? What's this? We didn't see this. Yeah, we didn't see this.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease
I need
will
that
fill
in
your
real
mind
life.
and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley
the
Parable
bucket.
will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance
my own
while the
bucket,
bucket is in your
IRL.
arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Oh my
Can you
god,
imagine
this
what a pain
is
in
so
the
much
ass that would be?
dialogue.
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a
Okay.
try. Can you feel it?
Oh, fuck
The
you.
glow of comfort, even in the face
I don't
of
want
crushing
it.
despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
Fuck that
and in
shit.
fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Let me out.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
He wants me?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go
Narrator
on and on,
and
don't
Stanley
they?
get together.
All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'll keep it. Thank you.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Office decoration.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get
It's
Well
Stanley.
Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh, am I supposed to pick? Get well someday. Happy 12th birthday, step niece. Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh, fuck
Happy
you.
12th birthday, step-niece it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. Where's the infinite hole? Oh, infinite hole. It won't end. Get well someday. Girl, this is too long. When is the game over?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm
low-key
truly
getting
fond
over
of.
it a
It's
little
never been
bit.
done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a
Then
hole
the game is
that you
over.
can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games is a... You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
Me
you
and
can
my
press
bucket.
the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe
Why?
do it on the sooner rather than later
It's
spectrum of
I'm gonna
things.
die. Because it's not an infinite hole. There is a bottom. There's always an end.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is.
There has to be an
It's an
end. There's
extremely
always
deep
an end.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you.
I'm
You
alive.
found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by
Just
falling.
the two of
What
us.
normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go
Sure.
ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
That was it. I've seen all of them. I've seen all of the ideas, bro. I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it. I am. Where's the exit? Bye-bye, dollar. I'll see you later. I do want to play it. I haven't bought it yet, but it's on my list of games I want to play. I want to play Resident Evil first, though. But I do want to play it. I'm not going to spoil myself. It looks really cool. We're exiting. Goodbye. 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 We do not gag.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes, I'm done. Is the game over yet? Holy shit. Does it really never end?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not
No.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say,
Let me
let's do an
out.
experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Ah!
Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
Well-
sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Gagged?
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply...
It's Stanley.
Well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
You can't see him from this angle.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh my god. Whoa.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
It's the balloons.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room
Why isn't there two
427
Stanleys?
and he pushed buttons
Like the
on
photo.
keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every
I didn't know
moment
if I
of the
should
orders.
skip or not. I didn't know if there was going to be
Though he had
something
been
new.
made exactly for this
Is this
job,
new? I don't remember.
Stanley
I think
was
it's
happy.
different.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
Oh, the
instructions,
balloons.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh. Hi, Aki. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I got
What could it mean?
your...
Stanley
Thank
decided
you,
to go to the
I
meeting.
got it.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm so excited. Also, guys, look. It's my Nami. Okay, baddie bee. I'm just putting her there for right now. How you doing? Well, I'm playing the Stanley Parable for the first time, and damn, this thing is like confusing and long, and
No
oh my
matter
god,
how
when is it
hard
over?
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
Yeah,
of
it's
his
already here.
co-workers.
It came today. Does it ever actually end, guys? It's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Does the game just keep going on? I want to play Marvel Rivals. But I want it.
Stanley
Beat the
clutched
game.
the
I
bucket
want it
tightly to his
end.
chest and entered the door on his left.
You know what? I will enter the door on my left. Thank you. The bucket brings me comfort.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd
Oh,
find
you
answers.
were? That's so nice of
Coming
you.
to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs
Let's
to
go
the
down.
boss's office.
We're gonna go down. Oh my god! Figurine!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for
6.
collecting
Oh.
all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a
Good to
job
know.
well done.
Just kidding.
You can't buy that sort of
Oh,
happiness,
you
Stanley.
gotta
God knows I've
overrush.
tried.
Listen.
So, I implore you to savor each and every
I'm gonna be
moment
pro
you'll come
soon,
across
okay?
one of these beautiful figurines.
I actually want to try to be good at Marvel Rivals. I feel like maybe I'll have a chance. Maybe this will be my chance.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work
I'm so
hours.
excited.
He might
I
be
seen a
fired for
tweet that they're gonna
And in
add
such a
Jean Grey,
competitive
Emma
economy,
Frost,
why had
and
he taken
Blade.
that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Oh,
He looked
this is
down
just
at
what
the bucket in
happened.
his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned
Not
his
this
gaze,
ending
but
again.
said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought.
It's different
Usually
'cause
the
the
bucket is a
bucket.
source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley
Also
realized,
realized how many
this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely
No,
no
calm down.
good would come from
No,
this.
the bucket.
Who knows what sorts of
What happened to the
bizarre
bucket?
hallucinations Stanley might experience
No.
without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
No, my
And
bucket's
indeed,
gone.
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
No.
Now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious.
My bucket
he
did not
exclaimed.
fix
Without
it.
my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to
Where?
him. Stanley! Stanley, it's
Where?
me! The bucket! Could it truly be? He
Buckets!
rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next.
Which bucket?
None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
No.
To me, Stanley! Find me! He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming
What?
from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
I ate the
It was
bucket?
incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
It's the Stanley Parable. It's an old
This
game.
is
I'm
the
surprised you
story
don't know
of
about
a
it.
woman named
Oh,
Mariella.
can we skip?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Oh,
She rose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and
Wow.
walked to her place of work.
she has her
But
bucket.
on this particular day, her walk was interrupted
need
by
to
the
see-
body of a man who had stumbled through
I need to
town,
see if this
talking
game
and
ever
screaming
ends.
to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game.
I
It
don't
could
wanna
all
get
have been
spoiled,
prevented
though.
If only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems
Oh.
she would soon have to confront at work, for which her
Okay,
bucket
guys,
would
we're gonna
provide
stop.
absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Wow. It's different. So apparently, I think if you just go through them, like you keep going through the office and you're trying to find all the other endings. So like the game will never actually end until you find all the endings, I think. And then something happens. So, but I think that literally takes a really long time. So I'm just gonna accept my fate and call it quits. Is that bad? Oh, should I really should I really try to beat this game and do all of the endings? I mean, like that would consist of me just walking around endlessly. I guess
Stanley
that makes
decided
me
to
a
go to the
bad
meeting room
content
to check
creator
on his
if I don't
coworkers.
actually
He
beat
never
it.
functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
my bucket's
nor Did
gone.
it advance the story in any way.
That's new. Meeting today. Oh no, there's my bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Let's go for a little bit longer. Dude, I'm not
Stanley
playing
clutched the
Spider-Man,
bucket
that's for
tightly to
sure.
his chest
and entered the door on his left.
I think it's just all about exploring different parts of the office. Oh. There will be a reward, but he said there won't be a reward. There's so much I want to go home. There will be a cleaning of this wall required. Who are you? Oh. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes him float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Maybe we are the collectibles. Employee 416, we can do it. Red room. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation of this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Weird spinning figures. Oh my god.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Sure, I'll give it
I
the
can
bucket.
really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be.
I want to, though.
Given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the
This
broom
guy
closet
talks
is sunk
too
that it has to
much.
resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet
I
for a
don't know, put
variety
it
of
down.
reasons. But even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
Oh my god.
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning
Clearly,
comments.
you don't even want to let me
Expand
put
on
it
the wide
down.
variety of experiences you and the bucket
You know
have
what?
shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Well, I think it's just gonna happen. I think the same thing's just gonna happen. I think I might call it.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Wow!
This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Well, that's
Stanley
good.
figs. What about
I like mini
Stanleries?
stands.
Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
No, I like the mini stands better. Money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. That's different than before. Oh, that scared me. Oh no. Wait, but that's the boss's. Oh, I didn't go this way last time. Oh. Wait, which way? Up or down? Up. Nothing to fear. My bucket is here. I'll be okay. That's one bright piece of paper. Oh, I didn't hit it? Okay. Why isn't it going anywhere? Okay, let's just wait. I just got here, I'm already over this game. To throw whoever created this game out the window. Yeah, I think I'm getting a little too overstimulated. I need to stop playing it. Nothing's happening. That's the narrator. He's singing. Nope, this is the same thing. Wait, look, it's this! We have 2 more. There's so many little things about this. It's crazy. This is so wild. He's saying Stanley. I hear Stanley. I swear he said it. I don't have the patience for that. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
What if
human
I
life.
never enter the right code?
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
Oh my god.
It would be with him,
Oh my
always.
god.
The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was
200 million.
2845.
Doubtful. Like, maybe we'll just never...
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
That's literally me. That Mo is me right now.
2845.
Sorry, I just, I'm having trouble here.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Well... Yay!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the
I like
intrinsic
mini
sense of
stands.
happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your
Stanlerines.
screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Well, this is probably just gonna be the same thing. Wait, but maybe when we go down, we won't go the route that kills Stanley, right? We'll go to the mind control thing. We didn't do that yet. That'll be
The
new.
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Yeah, we're gonna
Soothing
do that.
him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
The bucket's here for me. Everything will be okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
Oh.
and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
It's like the one before. Yeah, it's that. That's the ledge that we were at.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea
That's
pigs.
scary.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley
bucket.
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It's okay, little bucket. Got you. You've got me. What now? Okay. I guess we're going back this way. Or wait, did we come? No, never mind. We're gonna go this way.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
What?
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His
What, are we
own
gonna
life
die
in
this way
someone else's
too?
control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Mind controls idle, awaiting input. On or off?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Please! It's never over.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
That's interesting.
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
What?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
It's
An
never
unbearable silence
over.
filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Oh my god.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
Fuck.
Not while this building
If I
has
didn't take
anything
the
to say about
stupid
it.
bucket.
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room.
If I
But
just left the
At
bucket.
least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Fuck the
What did it
bucket.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Everything's different now. What?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor
Welcome
did it
to the
advance
whiteboard
story in
ending.
any way.
Dog mode. Okay. Oh, when I click, it's a dog barking. That's funny.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go left. We won't have the bucket this time. Wow, it's like Mamie's in the room. Bro, what the fuck?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
That's
to his
annoying.
boss's office.
La, 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 la.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes
Oh.
some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle
wow.
surprise.
Thank you. I'm gonna get off soon. I just want to do this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I want to see what happens because we don't have the bucket now.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Wow, wow.
What
cool.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Dun 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 dun.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
I
Their
do
true
wish you could
nature
skip,
revealed.
but
Each
I mean,
bore the
that'd
number
probably
of
be
an employee
bad.
in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
They probably thought
the
about that,
lives
and
of
they were
so
like,
many
"Ow."
individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the
Coming?
only reason he was happy with his
Let me out,
boring
bro.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated
We
to
do not
accept
care.
it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wait, guys, I also kind of wanted to play League. I don't know.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or
Oh,
content.
what's that?
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never
everything.
again exert its terrible power over...
Oh my god. Okay, well this time I don't have a bucket. Let me through. Let me through.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He
What's
had
the excuse
defeated
now?
the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his
The bucket
co-worker
appears
gone?
in my hands.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let
It's
go.
going.
No longer would anyone tell him
going.
where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
We're free.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
We beat the
This
game.
was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Happy ending. Beat the game. Well, I seen that achievement. I think it's time for me to go. There's definitely other endings, but you know what? I seen that achievement. Time to clock out.